Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
My dear students, next we are going to study about dielectric constant. The capacity of a solvent to neutralize the charge of ionic compound is called dielectric constant. My dear students, when we add sodium chloride to a water, sodium Na plus and Cl minus get neutralized by water containing O minus and H plus. The charge of Na plus and Cl minus will be neutralized by a water. Understood? That means that two combine and it is neutralized. Plus will neutralize by minus, minus will neutralize by plus. The capacity of a solvent to neutralize the charge of ionic compound is called dielectric constant. So dielectric constant, it is represented by epsilon. Symbol is like this. Okay, that dielectric constant of water is highest, my dear students. Please note down, this is very important. Water is next, methanol 35, methanol 35, then acetone 21, then ethanol 27, then ether 4.1, benzene 2.3. So which one having highest dielectric constant? Water. That I will write, highest dielectric constant. Next, methanol. Next, ethanol. Next, acetone. Next, ether. Okay, ROR means you can write anything. Understood? ROR, any mether. So ROR, R you can substitute, my dear students. R is methyl or ethyl group. I write here methyl group, ROR. See, ROR is nothing but ether. In the place of R I substituted with the methyl or ethyl, anything alkyl group you can substitute. Mether. Matte benzene C6H6. Understood? So highest dielectric constant is water. Okay, this is very important, my dear students. Sometimes they may ask question related to this particular. No doubt. My dear students, sulfuric acid and hydrogen peroxide dielectric constant is more than any other compound. But what happens? These are not a good solvent. Instead of that, these are good oxidizing agent. So it is not considered an dielectric constant list. Understood? Very important thing. Dielectric constant of sulfuric acid is normally highest, but it is not considered as a solvent. Why? Most of the times this ready to give oxygen and it get oxidation process takes place. So because of its oxidizing nature, it is not considered as a good dielectric one. Understood? A dielectric constant is highest, but it is not a solvent. But water is a solvent, some other methanol is a solvent, all other is solvent. It can dissolve any compound you are adding. But this sulfuric acid and hydrogen peroxide, even though its dielectric constant is high, but it is not considered as a solvent. Why? Means its oxidizing property, oxidizing nature, means it gives its oxygen. Students, one question: lithium fluoride, lithium chloride, lithium bromide, lithium iodide, which one having highest solubility? which means solubility means which easily, solubility means easily soluble. Any idea? One clue I will give you, my dear students, that is actually lattice energy inversely proportional to solubility. That means if lattice energy increases, solubility decreases. Solubility increases, lattice energy decreases. Tell me, my dear students, first you don't know about the solubility part, but you know about the lattice energy part, correct? No? See, here cation is lithium. All case lithium is constant. Lithium size is constant. Okay, that means cation size is constant. What about fluoride? Fluoride is smaller size, chloride is bigger size, bromide is again bigger, iodide is biggest one. Understood? So, if size of anion increases, size of cation increases or size of anion increases, no problem. If it increases, automatically lattice energy decreases. Lattice energy decreases. Here if it is size increases, lattice energy decreases. So lithium iodide size is bigger, so lattice energy is very less. Lattice energy is very less for this one. Lattice energy is less. L is less. L is less means solubility is more. See, inversely proportional. Lattice energy is inversely proportional to solubility. Solubility is more. So, my dear students, note down the point. Size of anion increases. Iodide size is more. Lattice energy decreases. Lattice energy of this compound decreases. Lattice energy decreases means it is inversely proportional to solubility. Solubility should increase. So, solubility of lithium iodide is more. So, correct one is which one having highest solubility, my dear students? Highest solubility is lithium iodide. Solubility increases this way. Solubility increases with increase in size, increase in anion size, decrease in lattice energy. Decrease in lattice energy. Next is, my dear students, is about polarization. That part is over in earlier class. Well, first once we will recall. Fajans rule, what it says actually, Fajans rule. Fajans rule says that covalent nature of an covalent nature in ionic bond, covalent nature in ionic compound, ionic bond, okay, ionic compound, and ionic compound shows covalent nature, covalent compound shows ionic nature. So 50% that explanation is over. Haney-Smith formula is given, that and all very important, my dear students. Without that formula you are not going to see. That's what I already explained that part. Please go through that video once again. So Fajans rule says that if size of cation is smaller, more polarizing power. Second one, size of anion is bigger, more polarizability. That means this is a cation, size is, this is anion. So what happens? more attraction towards this particular, so size will get distorted and it will get attracted. Electron cloud, see what happens in my dear students, in anion it contains nucleus, cation it contains nucleus, cation, anion, same time anion having electron, see anion having electron, cation also having electron. So what happens, nucleus of this one get means nucleus of this particular cation attract electron of this particular anion, same time electron of this particular cation will get attracted towards nucleus of anion, same time electron of this one repel electron of cation, nucleus of cation repel nucleus of anion, but more than repulsion, attraction is stronger. So attraction is stronger, this electron will get more attracted towards nucleus, this electron more get attracted towards, so it forms bond. During bond formation, it is actually now, even though if it is a ionic bond, it shows actually covalent nature, sharing of electron, that type of nature. So if the smaller the size of cation, that electron cloud more it get attracted towards this particular nucleus. So more is the polarizability, anion electron cloud get polarized towards cation, polarizability is more, and power of this cation to polarize its electron, it is called polarizing power. Understood my dear students? Okay. And polarization inversely proportional to solubility. If solubility increases, polarization my dear students, it decreases. Polarization, one more term, polarization, polarization inversely proportional to size of cation. If cation size is increases, polarization decreases. Understood? Polarization increases, cation size decreases. These are the points, please note down my dear students, very important. So this is about Fajans rule, okay? Fajans rule and polarization. Here AgF, AgCl, AgBr, AgI. In this one, which one having highest polarization or highest solubility, highest covalent nature? 2-3 points I will write here. Polarization inversely proportional to solubility, polarization inversely proportional to size of cation, polarization directly proportional to covalent character. That means this is cation, this is anion, bigger in size. More is the polarization, means more is the covalent nature. More is the covalent nature. That is actually given. So by seeing that, you tell me my dear students, which one having highest? Okay, here size of cation, size of cation is constant. Size of anion, here fluoride size is smaller, this is bigger, biggest one is iodide. What happens? If iodide size is bigger, means easily bigger the anion, more is the polarization. Bigger the anion, more is the iodine is anion, Ag is more is the polarization. In this case, my dear students, AgI having more polarization. So this way polarization increases. AgI having more polarization. Why? Anion size is bigger. So same time, more is the polarization means, more is the polarization inversely proportional to solubility. More is the polarization means solubility decreases. Solubility decreases. So solubility decreases, and more is the polarization directly proportional to covalent nature. Covalent nature increases. So covalent nature increases. So my dear students, now you tell me which one having highest polarization. Polarization of AgI is highest. Solubility very low for AgI, but AgF has highest solubility. Covalent nature is highest in AgI. Why? Ag size is smaller, I size is bigger. AgF is least covalent, more ionic. This is more ionic, more covalent. Vice versa. Vice versa is not vice versa. It is more ionic, more covalent. This is, that means should clearly, you should know this part actually, otherwise very difficult to understand the concept. Okay, my dear students. My dear students, in earlier video, just go through that link actually, it is there actually. In earlier video, it is given actually, all the explanation is given at the beginning about bonding, Lewis symbol, Lewis dot structure, and ionic bond, covalent bond, how it forms, these are all explained, correct? No. In ionic bond, it is clearly mentioned transfer of electron from one atom to another atom, and it form bond, it is called ionic bond. That and all over, understood? Whichever the condition favors for ionic bond, that is also given, correct? No. If size of cation is smaller, size of anion is bigger, and less ionization energy, these and all portion it is over, already discussion is over. Just to go through that, because it is there actually in NEET JEE syllabus also, that already I done with this earlier class. Just to go through that particular and recall it, and now we are going to discuss about in ionic solid Born-Haber cycle. The cycle is based upon the fact that the formation of an ionic compound, means ionic compound formation, may occur either by direct or by combination of the element, either by direct combination of the element or by alternate process. That means, my dear students, one compound you are getting means, sometimes you may get a compound by direct process, by combining these two, for example H and Cl you combine and you are getting HCl, means that is different. And sometimes you have to do some multi-step synthesis process actually, multi-step synthesis actually. During that process it may undergo different types of sublimation, ionization, these are all the process it will undergo, understood? That is called alternate process. Direct process also possible, alternate process also there, understood? Preparation of lattice crystal, 1 mole of crystal. For example, my dear students, here it is given, okay, their reactant are vaporized into, in some case vaporization process is required, and in some case sublimation process. These and all points I given, no need of studying this. I will explain, my dear students. Here we prepare sodium chloride, 1 mole of sodium chloride crystal. Sodium chloride crystal preparation. If I want to prepare sodium chloride crystal, means sodium should combine with the chloride, correct? No. If I write a direct equation means combination of sodium chloride is this one. Sodium, 1 atom of sodium combined with the chloride atom. So why I wrote here half Cl2 means, Cl2 means it is actually chlorine molecule, understood? For me, I don't want actually chlorine molecule. Instead of 1 chloride atom is required, 1 chloride atom. Will it available in the form of chloride atom alone? No, it is not stable. So it is always available in the form of chlorine molecule. So I used to write chlorine. From the chlorine molecule I will take half of the chlorine, that means one chlorine atom. It is indication is like that. Understood? Don't get confused. So sir, you wrote half chlorine means chlorine cut. No, not like that. Chlorine, two atoms are there. I need only one atom. So I can't write only single chlorine atom in this reaction, because if you write chlorine single atom means it is not stable. If it is stable means you can write. It is not stable means you have to write chlorine molecule only. From that chlorine molecule are taking only one atom for the reaction. So it is mentioned Na of chlorine gaseous space, it gives sodium chloride crystal. This is about sodium is solid, okay, solid form, and chlorine is gaseous one, and it gives sodium chloride crystal. So this actually is the direct combination is given, sodium plus chlorine, it gives sodium chloride. But which all the process takes place to get this one, that is very important, my dear students. To get sodium chloride, sodium should undergo several process, and chlorine should undergo process, and after that it too combines and gives 1 mole of crystal lattice of sodium chloride. That is called alternate process are there. The beginning, my dear students, I will write sodium is in solid form. What happens? You take little of sodium in the solid form and sublimate. Sublimation process. Sublimation means continuously heat. What happens? It gives vapors of sodium. Sodium in gaseous form. It will get converted into gaseous sodium. Gaseous sodium. That means you are taken sodium solid form and continuously you are heating that sodium and it get convert into what happens? Convert into gaseous form, vapor form. So it is first process is conversion of sodium solid form to sodium gaseous form. First step. If you want to prepare sodium chloride means the first step is given, my dear students, please go through that. Sodium solid form to you have to convert into sodium gaseous form. By which process solid will get converted into gaseous? Solid will get converted into gaseous by sublimation process. Sublimation is nothing but heating solid to convert into vapor. So first step is over. Here I mentioned sodium solid in bracket. This is represent sublimation process. Here I will write, my dear students, sublimation. Otherwise you will get convert, and otherwise you will get confused. Sodium gaseous. Okay. Now sodium. Next second step is gaseous form to you have to convert into ion form. Understood? That is called how you can convert gaseous form to ion form. That is very important, my dear students. By ionization process, gaseous form to ion by ionization. My dear students, what is ionization? Ionization energy means energy required to remove one electron from a neutral gaseous atom. So here this one is neutral gaseous atom. Is there any charge on sodium? No charge. Is there any plus charge on sodium? No plus charge. Is there any minus charge on the sodium? No minus charge. That means this is a neutral gaseous atom. In second step, what we are doing means you should convert neutral gaseous atom into a ion. Ion means it contains charge. Either it contains plus charge or minus charge. Now sodium is a metal, so it contains plus charge in this case. By what? By how we can? By removing one electron from this sodium. By removing one electron from sodium, sodium gaseous will get converted into sodium Na plus. So this process is called ionization process. Removal of electron from a neutral gaseous atom is called ionization. So one electron is removed, so it becomes Na plus. Gaseous molecule get converted into ion. That is second process of sodium. Now sodium is ready. Sodium is ready now. See, we got ion. Okay, sodium is ready. Two-step process is there. First step is solid to gaseous, gaseous to ion. Now next we will move to chlorine part. Chlorine, it is half chlorine is given actually chlorine. What you have to do is here it is given half D means dissociation. Dissociation, my dear students. What happens actually? Chlorine, if it is like this here, I'll show you my dear students, chlorine molecule. So if you want only one chloride atom means you have to dissociate. You have to break this bond of this particular chloride bond. Understood? So by breaking this chloride bond, you will get chloride atom. Otherwise it is chlorine molecule. Once you break, it become chloride atom. My dear students, breaking that chlorine is there, two chlorine is there, chloride is there. So breaking that particular, it is called dissociation. Dissociate, dividing. Understood? So dividing. You will get, see, chlorine divide into, chlorine is available in the form of, at the beginning only I told, chlorine is available in the form of Cl. Don't ask, sir, here only we are using half chlorine. This is actually direct method, it is shown at the beginning. You are getting sodium plus combining chlorine, you are getting 1 mole of sodium chloride crystal. So this is direct, it is shown. But if you see alternate process are there means, first you have to convert sodium to sodium gaseous to sodium ion. Then chlorine also, you are getting chlorine in the form of Cl2. Cl2 will divide into Cl atom, that is called dissociation. This is a neutral atom, my dear students. There is no charge on this particular neutral atom. Again what happens? You should convert into ion. This you should convert into ion. My chloride, you cannot, it is not possible to remove electron from chloride. So what you are doing? You are adding electron. Adding electron to this particular. This is minus E represent energy released during adding electron. That process is called electron affinity. My dear students, that and all you studied in a classic periodic table. That part is over. Once again go through that. Electron affinity. We are adding one electron to this particular chloride. Now it is chloride atom. Understood? You are adding one electron to this particular chloride atom. That process is called electron affinity. During that time energy is released, so it indicates minus E. Okay. What happens? One electron is added, you are getting chloride ion. So here you got, in first step you got sodium ion. In second step, by converting chlorine molecule to chloride atom to chloride ion. How we can convert chloride atom to chloride ion? By adding electron to this particular, that is called electron affinity. During that process energy is released. Then we are combining sodium Na plus and Cl minus. It gives sodium chloride crystal. Understood? By combining, see, look at this, my dear students. Combination of sodium ion, 1 mole of sodium ion and 1 mole of chloride ion, that process is called, you are getting 1 mole of this one, sodium chloride crystal lattice. That process is called, during that time energy is released, that process is called that energy released is called lattice energy. It is indicated by U, okay. Minus U it is mentioned means energy released during combination of sodium ion and chloride ion to form a 1 mole of sodium chloride crystal. What is lattice energy? Energy released during combination of ions of sodium and chloride to form a 1 mole of crystal lattice of sodium chloride. It is called lattice energy. It is mentioned actually U. So minus U means energy released during combination of sodium and chloride. This process is actually alternate process. If you write this formula, that is direct formula. These steps are nothing but alternate steps to get sodium chloride. So my dear students, this all together we are studying this, we are studying in multi-step. Okay, this actually sodium will get converted into gases, gas will get converted into ion, and chloride will dissociate into chloride atom will get converted into chloride ion. These all alternate process we are studying together. That is called cycle of operation. See, here to here you have to convert, and here to here you are converting, here to here you are conversion here to here. Means each time, that all together it is a cycle, that is called Born-Haber cycle. Understood? My dear students, in this one, to energy Born-Haber cycle, one formula is given, my dear students. Note down, my dear students, please. S plus I plus minus D minus E minus U. Here S is sublimation energy, I is ionization energy, D means dissociation energy, E means electron affinity. During that time energy is released. Minus U means lattice energy. This is the formula. Please note down, my dear. Q means total enthalpy change. Total enthalpy change. Total heat change or total energy change. Total energy change is equal to sublimation energy plus ionization energy plus half of dissociation energy minus E means electron affinity minus U is nothing but lattice energy. I will write here, my dear students, to avoid confusion. Energy means energy released during formation of 1 mole of lattice crystal lattice of sodium chloride is called lattice energy by combining ions of sodium plus chloride. So this much of, see here what you can see means what is Born-Haber cycle means cycles of see not one see you have to convert sublimation first process, solid to gases to ions. Many cycles of process takes place to get a sodium chloride crystal. That is called number of cycle operation. That is called cycles of operation takes place to form a 1 mole of crystal lattice is called Born-Haber cycle. That is not much important, my dear student, but you study this formula is enough. Okay. Sometimes in 1 or 2 marks they may ask for board also. What is Born-Haber cycle? Note down, my dear students. Already explained about ionization, and the energy required to remove an electron from a neutral gaseous atom is called ionization energy. See here, you note down this point, my dear student. Lesser the ionization energy, greater tendency to form cation. That means lesser energy is required, means more it forms cation. Cation means plus. So in trend, sodium having, see, less energy is required for removing 1 electron from sodium. So sodium easily forms a cation. Why means less energy is required to remove 1 electron from sodium compared to magnesium, compared to aluminum. Cesium is required less energy compared to rubidium. compared to potassium, compared to sodium, compared to lithium. Okay. Next, electron affinity, that I already explained. Amount of energy released when an electron is added to an isolated neutral gaseous atom. What happens? High electron affinity means greater tendency of formation of anion. High electron affinity means more is the electron attraction. So it is ready to accept electron, means it become anion. Understood? No doubt, my dear students. Chloride having more affinity compared to fluoride, compared to bromide, compared to iodine, compared to, why this is actually, in this actually, this trend you have to see, my dear students. Chloride having more electron affinity compared to fluoride, compared to bromide, compared to iodine. So I will explain that part, my dear students. Here once again, fluoride having more affinity compared to O2 minus, compared to N3 minus. I will explain this part. Here see the trend of this one, fluoride minus fluoride, after that bromide comes. I will explain that part.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.